Hey guys, it's Penguin here, and welcome back to another gold making video. And this video is going to be part 5 of our Shadowlands profession mini-series, which if you guys have not seen the previous ones, I will make sure to leave the playlist down below. But what I do in this series is I take the past 30 days of my sale data, I go through it, breaking it down by each item, showcasing how much it costs to make, how many I've sold, and my total profit so far with the past month. So this episode will be Enchanting, but if you guys have not seen the other ones, or you're looking for another profession in specifically, there's a big chance that I've already done it, so definitely check out that playlist down below. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to consider subscribing and of course liking the video. It helps me out a ton and I do appreciate it in advance. Now, before we get into the actual profit breakdown, I do want to talk about enchanting for just a second. So enchanting is probably one of my favorite professions that I have, but it is also probably the least performing profession as well. Now, that means in terms of pure profit. Now, I say that because, for example, I sell a lot of legendaries and everything like that, so I am used to getting a lot of mass sales with mass profit margins with those higher tier items. But in order to receive those mass profits from legendaries, I utilize enchanting. So if you guys do not know, there are enchanted materials which you craft with enchanting. So for example, I sell a lot of all of the tailoring legendaries, which one of the main reagents that you need is enchanted lightless silk. So, instead of spending, 65 to 70 gold per enchanted lightless silk on the auction house, I am able to craft it myself for, less than 30 gold a piece because I have a ton of standard lightless silk and then I buy my soul dust. So technically I do not sell those enchanted lightless silk on their own, so none of that data will be in this video because I don't sell it on the auction house, but I utilize that and I spend it on my legendaries, so technically, every single lightless silk that I craft into enchanted, I'm saving, 30 gold or so because of the current price of the market. So technically, I am making profit with enchanting indirectly. So that is why this profit seems so low, but I constantly keep up with this profession because it's more of a utility than just a standalone profession. So yes, it does not make a ton compared to, let's say, alchemy or tailoring that I did, but it does save me a lot of gold for all of my legendaries. And of course, you could go out of your way and sell the enchanted mats as themselves. I used to do that a lot before I got into the craziness of selling legendaries. I used to just craft the enchanted mats and sell them on the auction house. Like I said, you can buy enchanted lightless silk for like 65 gold, but I can craft it for 30 gold. So, you can make 35 gold profit right there per silk if you were to just sell it on the auction house, which I used to do. So that type of profit will not be in this video. However, I will be breaking down the actual enchant sales. I just wanted to talk about that before we get into these sales and kind of show you guys why I actually do this profession. So starting out with the profit breakdown, we are going to start with the most sold items, which is all of the tenant enchants. So because enchanting has a lot of different ways to break down the enchants, each category will kind of be their own type of thing. So for this one, it is specifically the 4 tenant enchants. And so in the past 30 days, I have sold 403 of them for a total of about 54,000 gold. Now, to craft each of these, it only cost 3 sacred shards, and I buy my sacred shards around 11 gold each, so each crafting cost is about 33 gold per, which leaves us with a total profit of about 41,000 gold. So just by selling 4 different items, making, 40,000 gold, you could say if I sold them all evenly, that's about 10k of profit per item or per enchant. But that is a pretty good amount of gold, and I'm very happy with that. Then moving on, we have all of the items that are listed as eternal. So there are different, let's say, weapon enchants, there's bracer enchants, cloak enchants, all of that type of stuff. But in many categories, there are the eternal, let's say, grace or eternal whatever type of enchants, and that is this category. The reason I group them together is they are generally the most sought after, so I just combine them into one. So in the past 30 days, I have sold 247 of them for a total of about 33,000 gold. Now the crafting cost for this item is about an average of about 62 gold, so that leaves us with a profit of about 17,000. Still very, very good, and you guys will start to kind of notice that my profit margins is about 40 to 50% as we go along. Then the next thing that I have is the weapon enchants that does not include the Eternal or the Celestial Guidance. The reason for this is that the Celestial Guidance weapon enchant has a different crafting cost, so I've grouped that into its own category. And also we've already covered the Eternals, so that one is taken out of this weapon enchant list. But there's the Sinful Revelation, Lightless Force, and so on. So I have sold 95 of them in the past 30 days for about 21,000 gold. Now my crafting cost is about 113 gold, which means my total profit is about 10,000 gold. So like I said before, that is about a 50% profit margin. Then moving on, we have the specific weapon enchant, which is the Celestial Guidance. I have sold actually 137 of them, so out of all of the other weapon enchants, I only sold 95, but just Celestial Guidance alone, I have sold 137. So that one definitely is the best performer in terms of sale rate, but I have sold them for a total of about 17,000 gold. Now, each of them cost about 60 gold each, netting another 9,000 gold profit. So the reason why I separated them, like I said, is that normally the weapon enchants cost about 113 gold, but the Celestial Guidance is a lot cheaper, so it's about 60 gold per. But both of them are equaling about 9 to 10,000 gold profit. Then we have the Cloak enchants, just the generalized Cloak enchants, and I have sold 56 of them for a total of about 7,000 gold. 65 gold or so crafting cost, which leaves us with about 3,300 gold profit. So I definitely did not sell many, and a lot of these are very cheap, so only about 3,000 gold profit. Then the last category we have is the Gathering enchants, which I have sold 43 of them for a total of about 4,700 gold. Now the crafting cost for these is very cheap at about 38 gold each, so yet again I've made about 3,000 gold profit. However, even though I've only made 3,000 gold, that is out of 4,700 gold in total. So my cost for that was only about 1,500 gold, so I'm actually increasing my gold by 200%, which is really awesome. So yes, I'm not making a ton of profit per item, but the margin of what I am actually, spending to make it is very, very good. So that is it for the actual enchanting sales, which brings us to our total breakdown, which leads us to about 84.6 thousand gold profit in the past month, or the past 30 days. So if you break that down by day, that is only about 3,000 gold profit every single day. So, like I said at the start of this video, enchanting is probably one of my favorites and one of my most used profession. However, in terms of direct profit, it is one of the worst. Now, the reason for that is just because all of these enchants are very, very cheap to make, so generally you're not making a lot of gold per unit. So, I've sold over 900 enchants in the past 30 days, but I might be only making 20 to 50 gold profit per, while I've sold, 800 missives in the past 30 days, but I'm making 100 gold or 200 gold profit per. So it's not really about the fact that it doesn't sell well, it's the fact that the profit margins are not that big because they're very, very cheap to craft. Which brings me to my second point, which this is a very good profession for beginner players. A lot of people see the mailboxes of 3 million to 5 million gold every single day from the legendary crafters, and that is still very, very realistic, but you have to realize how much gold that is actually profit. So if I'm a legendary seller, I might have 3 million gold in my mailbox, but only 500,000 of it might actually be profit because I had to buy all of the super expensive quartzite crystals, had to buy the arboreal shards, and all the materials that went in, and the profit margins are very slim. I know currently on my server, I might be investing 20 to 30,000 per legendary, and I might be getting, 20,000 out of it, or 10,000 even. So for somebody who does not have a lot of just gold in their inventory, if you only have 50,000 gold or 10,000 gold, you cannot mass produce legendaries to get those big sales, but you can easily afford to craft, 50 of each enchant and start selling them. So yes, 2,000 gold, 3,000 gold a day is not a ton, but in the past 30 days, I have made, 85,000 gold with barely any work. I just craft these. Probably I mass craft them about every few days, and it might take 10 to 20 minutes, and I'm good to go. So if you are somebody who's starting, or even if you just have enchanting and you haven't been actually crafting the enchants, you are strictly using it for the enchanted mats or whatever, I highly recommend just selling this. 85,000 gold does not seem like a lot if you're selling legendaries, because, I can make that same amount of profit in 2 to 3 legendary sales, but, 84,000 gold every single month does not hurt to have, because, 10 months rolls around and you made 840,000 gold extra. So it does add up. The little profit definitely helps you out. Definitely if you're trying to achieve your goal of either gold cap or your first million, or, maybe your second gold cap or anything like that, any gold counts. But yeah, guys, that is basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have a specific profession you want to see next, feel free to let me know. Also, like I said before, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more content, feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more. But thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, have a good day.